We're excited to introduce our lovely friend Misaki, who's come to see us all the way from Japan.
Hi!
Misaki's been amazed by some of the differences between Australia and Japan. From our beautiful beaches, the food, the wildlife, and our laid-back lifestyle. Over to you, Misaki and Bonnie.
We first met Misaki 5 years ago when she came over as a high school student on a Japanese-Australian exchange program. She was so delightful and we had great fun taking her around Sydney. She has kept in touch and we have watched her blossom into a beautiful young intelligent woman who is now at university. She recently came to see us when she was old enough to travel by herself, and we had a magical 3 days before she left Australia for another short trip to New Zealand. If you have watched our other videos, you will notice how we like to move countries around the world to see how their climates compare. We will see what happens when we move Japan to the south and Australia to the north later in the video, and it certainly surprised us. Misaki had a long journey to Australia as she is studying at Kyoto University, so she initially had to travel 500 kilometers by train to Tokyo Airport. The 8,000 kilometer flight between Tokyo and Sydney is about 10 hours. From Sydney, she took a connecting flight to our home. It was so lovely meeting her, and it felt like yesterday since we last saw her. To give her a wee insight to where she'd be staying, we took a detour to the lighthouse overlooking the beach, which is a 4-minute drive to our home. In Japan, the diet is very healthy and people eat a lot of steamed fish, meat and vegetables. A noticeable difference is that the legal drinking age in Japan is 20, but it is 18 in Australia, so Misaki would drink mocktails, which are non-alcoholic but look and taste yummy. We took Misaki to local restaurants and bars so she could have the full Australian experience to the full. At this bar by the marina, we were given pellets to feed the fish, and it was great fun. To promote the venue, they were selling captain's caps at the counter, so we bought her one. Misaki looked so cute wearing it. She totally rocked it, and she never took it off for the whole time she was with us. We had tacos, which she had never eaten before, and they have become very popular in Australia now. For another meal, we took her to an Australian steakhouse, and she thought our portions were big compared to Japan. She was amazed at how much potatoes people ate here. I wanted to bake with Misaki, so I chose a simple recipe with only 3 ingredients: lemonade scones, which are made from flour, cream, and lemonade. We chose breakfast time to make them, and they were delicious. It was also lovely playing cards, as we had done this when we first met 5 years ago. She'd taken cards with her so she could teach us a new game. She also loved sending her friends these fun photographs. In Japan, people live mostly in smaller apartments or homes, as the country is so densely populated. Although we have quite a small house by Australian standards, Misaki was amazed at how much space we had and especially loved the pool and our outdoor area. She was also surprised at how quiet it was with no traffic noise. We had some perfect afternoons relaxing by the pool. Mary and Harris loved Misaki and the weather was just perfect. We were also visited by our friendly rainbow lorikeets, who are so tame they will eat out of your hand. Misaki was amazed at our wildlife. On our way to the jet boat trip, we saw a manta ray and some cheeky pelicans who were waiting for the fishermen to toss some of their scraps. We also saw scores of tiny blue crabs scurrying over the mudflaps. We were taking a jet boat ride out into the ocean, and Misaki was eagerly looking forward to it. She was hoping to see dolphins as they live in our local seas. We tied scarves round our heads as we didn't want Misaki's cute hat to blow away. The jet boat had powerful engines and we were soon skimming over the waves and crashing down the other side. It was like a bumpy roller coaster. The boat stopped as the captain had spotted a pod of dolphins. It was an amazing sight as we had never seen so many dolphins all at once, and they were having fun showing off in front of us.
Oh my god, I've never seen something. Don't keep filming.
Oh, have you got it, Misaki, too?
After about half an hour, we headed back to port, and amazingly we saw some more dolphins, which were swimming just meters away from us.
It's coming up. You see his little face. Waiting. Oh my god.
Three.
Misaki was very lucky, as in all the years we have been here, we have never seen so many dolphins this close up. Japan is known for its quirky and colourful fashion, such as the famous Harajuku girls, and of course the kimono. On the other hand, Misaki told us that the girls tend to dress more conservatively in Japan compared to Australia. So we had great fun shopping together, and we spoilt her by buying her some really pretty dresses. We took Misaki to our local doggy-friendly beach with Mary and Harris. Misaki was curious about the blue bottle jellyfish that had washed up on the sand, and one of the locals showed her how to safely pick one up by its clear air sac, as they can sting. As well as dogs, this beach also allows four-wheel drive vehicles and even has regular camel rides. In our area there are over 15 beaches, and some like this one are patrolled, so people can swim and surf under the watchful eye of lifeguards. On our last day, we wanted to make the most of it, so we got up early to watch the sunrise from the lighthouse that we had taken her to on the first day. The weather was perfect, and it was a lovely way to end our short but ever so sweet time together. So where does Japan end up if we move it to the southern hemisphere? What we were surprised at was Tokyo has virtually the same latitude as Sydney, and Japan has a similar latitude from central Queensland to Victoria. If we move Australia north, you can see how big it is compared to Japan, and you can also see how Misaki was able to come all that distance for just 3 days, and she didn't suffer with any jet lag, as the time difference is only an hour at the most. Misaki hit the ground running. If she had travelled from the UK, she would have spent the first few days adjusting to the big time difference, which can make you feel generally yucky. All too soon it was time to take Misaki to the airport, and everybody had a lump in their throat. Yes, there were lots of tears at the airport, but we were so thankful that she took the time to come all that way to see us. For Misaki, she had the excitement of seeing her friends in New Zealand, whilst we reminisced on our wonderful reunion. We will let you know when we are planning to meet up again.
Bye, Misaki! Safe travels!
Thank you for watching Lewis and Bonnie's Australia.